Alright, y'all. I have had a very eventful day at work. I encountered at work people arguing over a fan, which I thought was funny, honestly. And then Whitney Houston got in my head, where they're dancing around, go, ooh, I want to dance with somebody. And I felt this energy of this person. I don't know. They have a very loving nature, y'all. All day I've just felt happy like a teenager again. And I had to let it out. And this is the only way of getting this energy out because this message wants to get out. But, anyways, getting to the fan. This has something to do with the love story. This fan, they were fighting over the small fan, and this fan kept going back and forth from one unit to another. Okay, good. I'm still filming. Anyways, this little fan had to go from one unit to another. So finally, the other unit said, F it. And they went and bought a really shiny, bigger, nicer fan. And everybody was just dancing around and exciting over this fan. And this is how this love story is. There's this small, discarded fan that somebody put under the whatever, discarded them and just put them under some. They didn't throw them in the garbage, but they just hid them away because this fan was hidden. And everybody's all of a sudden, nobody thinks about this fan in months, and then this fan all of a sudden is the most popular thing of the day. And I feel that this is how this energy starts. There's a lover. I'm picking up there's a lover that everybody sought after. And then after months and months and months of it being like under this desk, all of a sudden everybody wants to use it. And it kind of reminds me of that. And then when the fan finally went back to where it was supposed to be, everybody appreciated it on Cypress, where I work, but over on Juniper, everybody just replaced that fan and went and got one twice as big and better, and everybody was happy because the little fan got home. And the other, I don't know, then they got a fancier fan and then got more excited. It was a very weird day, y'all. But that's how I'm getting this message with the lovers. One, so I want to think, I'm thinking to myself, there's one lover they have that is like a childhood love type thing. Someone they always have loved. If that makes any sense. Because I'm trying to scavenge through this Whitney Houston song that I'm in. It's making me want to vomit. But anyways, and then it's two people fighting over one. This is a love triangle, guys. Two people are fighting either one girl or two girls are fighting over one guy. Take it as it resonates. It could be either or. It could be different from other people. Please just be quiet. It doesn't help my reading.
Sorry.
Anyways, please stop. Seriously. Anyways, this is part of this story also. There's interferences. This little fan got moved to another region, and there were so many interferences. This thing kept going back and forth and nobody noticing it. And I noticed it, and I just went so back there because I was over Cyprus and people were ready to kick my ass here. So I'm sitting there, I go, look, I'm anemic. I don't even want the fan, but I seen it, but I didn't look at the sticker that said Cyprus. And I think this is a part of it. There was, with this other person, they always were supposed to be with someone else. But there was misinformation. So there was misinformation with this poor little fan that I felt for. And the little fan got home just like the little train got home. But it got appreciated where it was, and everything was calm when this little fan appeared, and then the big fan appeared, and everybody was happy. I think this is how it's a love triangle that got balanced. Somebody found somebody new, and the other fan found its way home and found balance. It didn't get an upgrade, but it found balance and it found home. One balance, so one lover finds home, and the other lover, and then a new person comes and takes away the toxic people. I say toxic, but it's just the people that were pissed off at the other energy because they're really aggravated at the little fan. The little fan is what everybody vibed with and liked until the little fan did something wrong. And then the little fan, and no one wanted to throw the little fan away, so they threw it away and hid it away. So I think they hid away this other person for a while. It was like they were covering up another woman and dating two women, or like vice versa. Flip it as you need to flip it. But this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to draw from the dragon deck. It's a crazy energy. Everybody really must find people attractive in this energy, because I would not go through this much problems for one person. I promise y'all. If you guys have this much time on your hands, you need to be working overtime at your job or something, because this is crazy. I told my friends they were nuts. They arguing over one little fan and spending $100 on a fan. I mean, it was insane. I had to go do something else to get away from the karmics today. The karmic was real. That karmic atmosphere was insane. I was like, man, this is. I could, if I would have taped it for you guys. It would have made 1K views up over here. But unfortunately, I cannot tape it at work because it's corporate rules, y'all. Corporate rules and HIPAA. But yeah, that's the best way I can describe this energy. And I'm not saying these people that are involved in this love triangle, they're just very free spirited. Because there's no damn way a Queen of Swords is going to deal with being hid away. This is not a Queen of Swords energy. Maybe Queen of Wands, possibly. But a Queen of Swords would have kicked some butt. They'd have kicked ass and took names. And somebody would end up in the hospital, so. In this triangle, this love triangle, there definitely was not a Queen of Swords. Definitely, because the buck would have stopped somewhere, y'all. Alright, we got the Hermit in reverse. Alright. We got the Five of Dragons in reverse. I'm being told take from down here. And the Five of Crowns. Heavy on the 5. Alright. And 10. Because there's a Roman numeral here. These aren't Roman numerals, guys. This is 9, but if you look, there's 10, 5, 5, 10. So, I'm going to check 555. Check 555 angel number for me, Zach. Check 555 angel number for me. You got the phone.
How you doing?
Just say Google and then put 555 angel number. Because I'm getting heavy fives on this.
Google, what does 555 angel number mean? Major life changes and transformations are approaching or are already underway. It encourages you to embrace traditions with an open mind. Step out of your comfort zone and trust that these shits are for your highest good.
Alright. Did y'all hear that? It's major shifts going on for your greatest good. Because I'm getting heavy on 555 because 10, even though this 10 is in front of here for 9, it's still another 5. Major shifts. Okay. I want to say there's a player in the mist. There definitely was a player in the mist, and there is definitely, I don't even think this is about an Emperor Shaw. Okay, one of these people are out of hermit mode, and we all know what hermit mode is. Hermits is when you're in the house and you just don't give a F about going nowhere. You go to work and you come home and you're just done. That's hermit mode. This person's out of hermit mode. One person's out of hermit mode, and then we got the 5 of dragons here. Heavy on the 5s. Yeah, there's definitely the end and the beginning of something all at the same time here. And the 5 of crowns. So we got eggs, babies to crowns. All right, look at the energy, guys, right here. All right, this is a lady. And then we got babies. These could be children that already exist. You got to be friends with your cards, y'all. This is what readers do. But look how she's holding here. This could be an older, you're only young as you feel. We have 5 dragon eggs. So to me, right here, with this 5, 10 is the completing of a cycle. Technically, this is 9, but the Roman numeral 10 sits there with the cross. So the end of the cycle happened with a girl. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crowns. So 5 royal blood right here. And then there's 5 children. The eggs represent children. It does not have to mean that someone's had given birth to 5 children. It just could mean children of a bloodline. It could mean people gathered together that are adults but are children of an ancient bloodline. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 people of an ancient bloodline, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 crowns to 5 bloodlines. I'm picking up this is going to be one of these long, weird Scooby-Doo readings. I'm picking up heavy spiritualism. And this hermit here, I just was showing you the girl to the eggs. There's 5 bloodlines. So we got in 5 crowns, but she's out of, and then when these came up, she's out of hermit mode next to the bloodlines, and then there's the crown. Somebody's getting crowned in the other world. I like to call it the other world when I astral travel. When you astral travel and go visit your ancestors, you see a whole thing, but someone's about to get crowned. There's an exchange of power going on, and I think it's moving through bloodlines here on Earth. But there's 5. Significant for someone, or someone could just have, it could be a group of 5 people of a sacred bloodline. Doesn't have to be the one person has all 5 kids. But that's what I'm getting from that. But we're going to read from the book for the Hermit in reverse here. Sometimes you got to read the cards for what they are. That's why these, I'm for $14. For 14 minutes, I've been explaining all this. All right, we got isolation for the sake of avoiding difficult situations is exhausting. If you are feeling lonely, that's because you are too, and it's time to recenter your circle or reconnect with others around you. Too much introspection runs a risk of self absorption. You are tested enough to reevaluate the situation for the weight on you. I like this because it kind of goes in and explains things in both realms. This person was isolated in real time because they were important in the other realm. They hold magic. Whoever is in this hermit mold holds, hermit mold. That could be significant. Whoever was in this hermit, this was a very powerful magician, or just something important to the magical community, and they had to be isolated, and they have now just been released. This energy. That's what that's saying. Now this is, to me, let's see what Five of Dragons is. So I'm speaking to a high priestess at this moment. I'm either speaking to somebody that does tarot, or I'm speaking to somebody does some kind of divinity. But the only way to have this kind of power with this many cards is somebody that has divinity, has just came out of hiding. So that's who I'm speaking to. All right. So, but if you want to enjoy the story, enjoy the story. This may be actually one of these readings where it's only about one person. I have a feeling that this is a personalized reading for somebody here. This is a somebody in dragon energy also. This has literally to do with dragon energy. And I don't get many reads with just straight up dragon energy, so I mean, it is what it is. But you know what? It's probably a good story. Dragons are very flamboyant. Alright, this in reversed means if you are still acting on a previous plan, consider stepping back. A conflict is brewing, and the simplest way through it is to avoid it. Consider revisiting the original idea and agreement carefully. It is never too late to back out, and when you locate the source of the conflict, wish them well, then take the higher road, if only to avoid crossing paths with them again. The universe is advising whoever these people of these royal bloodlines and this group of people that are connected from royal dragon bloodlines, to walk away from conflict. Probably because magic is a bay and not good magic. It's probably means a trap is coming. That is what I'm getting, a trap. Okay. Okay, I had these in reverse, y'all. Both of these were in reverse. I gotta put these cards in reverse. Alright, now the Five of Crowns. Okay, so there's a trap for somebody if they go and proceed in this situation. If you have dragon blood and maybe there's two people interested in you at the moment. Be careful. Alright, Five of Crowns in reverse. You have every right to protect your resources, especially now that you are getting back on your feet. But there is a fine line between protecting and boarding. Look at what makes you feel as though you need to hold back. Is there middle ground? Not everyone will take advantage of you. And there is most likely someone who needs it more than you in this moment. Even more likely is that they have provided for you in the past too. Okay. This person, there's somebody that's a protect their resources, that embodies dragon energy, and somebody's going to be asking them about their resources, but they are be told at this time to protect their resources. Alright, now is the fun part, guys. Now we know what the universe's message is. To whoever embodies the dragon energy, someone's going to try to take your resources. Weasel their way in energy to get money. Alright. Let's start with the rose deck to try to get going and clarify these cards. Whoever, you don't want no one stealing your money. Show proper discernment. And get a third party person just to make sure that person don't come around you and your money. I wouldn't even talk to him face to face, it was me. But that's up to y'all. Alright, let's find out here. I mean, I don't know if this resonates with you. Maybe you do embody dragon energy. I mean, there's more than one dragon in the world. There's one more than two dragons in the world. There's probably a bunch of dragon energies in the world. There's a bunch of fairy energy I feel on people. Sometimes I feel dragon energy. Sometimes I'm feeling like leprechaun-y. I mean, it takes all flavors of the universe to make it move, right, guys? Alright, we got High Priestess. I kept saying High Priestess, y'all. Didn't I say High Priestess, Zach? Look, y'all, I said this is a High Priestess. I am speaking to a High Priestess. I love when Source does this. I literally shuffled right in front of you guys and got a High Priestess card to confirm that card. So the High Priestess has come out of Hermit mode. Alright, I am speaking to a very spiritual person. Oh my god. I can't. Alright. This person that's being told to hold on to their finances is a divine masculine, someone that embodies a woman or man that has had to be independent and go and live above, be the man and woman in their life and make things happen. A woman could be an emperor and a man could be an emperor, depending on how much you've had overcome. So we have the Emperor. Divine masculine control and authority. This doesn't surprise me with dragon energy. You can tell when somebody almost embodies a dragon. It's either sometimes angelic energy can be confused with dragon energy. It's just a little more chaotic, but it's almost like angel energy. So, that's the difference. Alright, and then this is the Moocher, guys. Two of Swords. I can't make this up. Look, this was the dragon that's going to be getting their resources technically taken. Someone that embodies the energy of an emperor. And then we got a High Priestess. And now Two of Swords. Alright, the person that wants to take someone's finances and Two of Swords. They're stalemate and stuck. They have denial. They have difficult choices, and they're at a crossroads. They made a mistake with the women. They should have, instead of buying the shiny new fan, they should have maybe tried to make peace with the little fan and be happy with the little fan. But they got the big fan. Now they're two swords in the reverse. Y'all gotta be more careful. That big shiny fan didn't do nobody no good. And now you got this person sitting real pretty in this emperor energy to the High Priestess. That means there's an emperor there. Whether they're having sex with the emperor or not, it's close proximity where an emperor is present in the energy. This is what the energy is. So whoever got rid of that little fan and didn't give a damn about it some kind of dragon emperor, someone that embodies dragon emperor, is supported the high priestess. And you're all the way over here. Look how the cards are. You see how this is, Zach? Okay, my son doesn't give a damn. But anyways, you see how the emperor's in the middle? And there's the high priestess, and there's the person that wants to be there. They can't swap. The emperor is, if we're playing a game of chess, folks, this is checkmate. I mean, they literally, if we were playing chess, they would literally be gone off the chessboard. Because if you look at it, that's the way this is to me. It's like the emperor played chess to the high priestess. That's a powerhouse, and it knocks that person down to 2 pentacles. I mean, 1 pentacle you have enough for a candy bar. 2 pentacles you're balancing every dollar and hoping to God that you have enough money for groceries. That's what 2 pentacles is. The emperor knocked him down to 2 pentacles with the high priestess. Y'all gotta be more careful in this here. And then we have death to page of pentacles in reverse. And pages are messages. And they a lot of times are messages. And this is about ambitious and diligent, goal-oriented, and loyal and faithful. That's in the reverse. And then we have death in the upright, transformation, endings and change, transmission, and then there's transition and release. This is under this emperor energy. This energy before this would be over here, but since this emperor came into the scene, we're going to put death right here. The emperor put a death to the 2 pentacles. And this person that was ambitious and diligent and planning for a future and loyal and faithful is in reverse on this side. And then over here is death. This is how the story starts. I guess that little fan was worth a lot more than they thought it was. You think so, Zach? Okay, my son doesn't. He is not even listening. I guess we're lucky he looked up 555 for us. I know the lady with Gypsy Tackle does better. Alright, I've decided to ask Universe about the 2 of Pentacles over here. I got the Devil. So we got devil energy over here with the person that wants money, that the emperor put death to the situation between 2 people, and the relation went in reverse, and the emperor brought death to the situation. You gotta be more careful what you do in life, y'all. Alright, and then we got the Hermit. Self-reflection, introspection. It doesn't always have to be solitude. It just could be everybody self-reflecting. And this Emperor energy that entered the energy of you, I'm speaking to you, collective, that is a high priestess. You are a high priestess, it says here, and I even kept talking about a high priestess, so. And then here, what happened? Why did the emperor have to step in to support her? And this, I'm not saying that this is a lover. This could be family. This could be friend. This is not romantic, this emperor. Not at all. But this emperor brought an end. And there was no love. It ended the love here and brought an ending there. And that's it. Game over. And then how did it happen? 3 of Swords. Heartbreak and pain, separation and grief, sorrow and trauma. That's how this high priestess got this leveled up. This was a level up, a big level up. This was a couple ascensions. There's a lot of devil energy in here. And a lot of magic. I'm talking death magic, y'all. There's a lot of evil eye, heavy death magic in here. If you survive enough death magic, you can have up to 5 ascensions if you're still standing. And if you can survive and ascend 5 times, because 555 was so heavy, this person had 5 death spells put on them, strong ones, and survived every 5 of them. So to every 5 times they try to kill somebody, it gets returned back to sender. I don't know, y'all. Somebody, you better be careful what you wish for. If they wish death, I'm not trying to say it out loud, but what comes around goes around. They put 5 death spells, and the only reason these death spells did not stick was because of the Emperor. And that's why the ending was put there. Or there would have been there. Or their high priestess would have been dead. Just saying. Now we have Temperance to 4 swords. Peace and tranquility. Balance and patience and harmony to taking a break, relaxation and peace, and self-reflection and resting. There's self-reflecting here. Self-reflecting here. And then there's heartbreak and pain, to self-reflection. Peace to self-reflection. What is that? What mirrors self-reflection? For somebody to pretty much have an ego death. Because this high priestess is literally going through self-reflection all over the place. The only person that's not self-reflecting is this devil energy. He will be. Because with that kind of energy coming at him, like a damn tornado, he's going to be up in the hospital in a cuckoo bed. Plus, with 5 death spells coming as a backfire, I wouldn't want to be this person. All right, tell us about the devil spirit. The Tower. I can't even. I literally shuffled right in front of you guys, and I got the devil to the Tower. I can't. The Tower is sudden change, crumbling down, chaos, and destruction. This is the wrath of God, okay? The Tower is equivalent in tarot to the wrath of God. And every negative card is going near this one here that did all the death magic. Every negative card is going there. The Emperor got self-reflection. The High Priestess has self-reflection. Everybody has self-reflection on this side of the board. This SOB and the devil energy got a Tower energy, the devil energy. He got the death card. How much more negative could one person get? I almost don't want to know. All right, tell me about the Emperor with the self-reflection spirit. I mean, the Emperor doesn't seem like that bad of a person. No one's perfect, but this person is not positive at all. And when we read the cards, they want to drain finances. All right, we got... This was what I'm talking about, y'all. We got the Hermit to King of Wands. Leadership and visions, bold and daring, big ego and optimism. All right, this Emperor is coming off as somebody that has self-reflected with introspection from solitude, from being in solitude, even if it's a short term, and he's embodying the energy of a King of Wands. Leadership and vision, bold and daring, big ego and optimism. Ego is not a bad thing. I will tell you, if it is used in the right way. Like if you have, you want to get something done and you want to feel better about yourself and be more optimistic, sometimes you have to believe in yourself, and that is kind of like an ego thing, but it's a good ego thing. This person is using it to just get things out of people. Oh my god, these cards are flying all over the place. Yeah, this is kind of how this energy is. All right, tell us about the Three of Swords. Five of Wands in reverse. There was conflict and ego. I keep talking about ego, and Spirit literally clarified ego as I talked about ego. All right, five wands in reverse. The High Priestess herself, before the Emperor had to step in with all the death spells to shield, they were going through conflict and ego from the Dark Sorceress. At this point, this is what we're going to call him, the Dark Sorceress, because he's doing death magic and doing voodoo and whatever hoodoo he does and going to his people at this point. Then we got competition and rivals and aggression and tension. This is what the High Priestess was getting and why the Emperor, the universe brought the Emperor in. The universe had to bring somebody else in to make sure the Empress was not gonna fall, I'm being told. Alright, this is gonna be one of these conflicts. Huh? Oh, I was getting in this. Alright, let's find out about this tower. Six of Wands. Alright, we got success and victory, triumph and rewards, recognition and praise. Alright, somebody got recognition and praise through this tower. It's probably the High Priestess. I don't know. I have a feeling that somebody's probably really pissed off at a High Priestess right now. I really, really do. Because right under that tower, somebody got vindicated. And I don't think it was the devil energy. I am absolutely sure it's not. It is the High Priestess. It was always the High Priestess to this devil energy. That's who this devil energy wanted. So this was more of a protector. This was not the person they were at. The powerhouse was over here. All right. We got the Page of Cups for this, for the King of Wands. So the Page of Cups, it talks about innocence and head in the clouds. And it's in the reverse, so this Emperor in reverse is not innocent, and they are not naive, and they do not have their head in the clouds. This describes the protector. Someone that's protecting the High Priestess is not at all innocent. They're not horrible. They're coming off as a King of Wands. They're not bad, but they are not innocent. I wouldn't want to mess with it. I wouldn't want to mess with this Emperor because the Emperor looks like it could be nice. They could be nice, but they could flip script with this Page of Cups. And then we have the Star to the World. The end of a cycle, and the Star is the High Priestess. Whatever she's doing, there's going to be star energy, and the world has happened. The end of the cycle. The end of this cycle is done. Let's just put it like here. This is done. The world to death. The world to death. I mean, how could it be even more clear? The universe is pointing this out and making a point to point this out. And then the Star is over here. The Star is the High Priestess. That's why the universe brought in the Emperor. And then we have... Alright, I don't have any cards on the Protector. But the main storyline is the High Priestess to the devil. The Emperor's just over here just chilling and bouncing everything, return back to center. It's almost like This devil energy is hurting themselves. They should have just let it be. They should have just let it be, and they probably wouldn't be going in the Five of Pentacles and going towards poverty. I hear they might have to move. There may be poverty. I think there is at some. They're not increasing on their income. They left them for money. This was done for money, and the money was taken. All right, we got Knight of Pentacles over here. All right, the Knight of we got the Knight of Pentacles with the High Priestess. Practical and reliable, slow and steady, committed and patient, and conservative. So the High Priestess is practical and reliable. They do things slowly at a steady pace. And they're committed and patient with their goals. And they're conservative. This is why they are not in the Five of Pentacles. I swear that who is in Six of Wands to the Tower? I mean, whoever I'm speaking to is very intuitive. I'm going to leave that there and bring out some pop art because pretty much you won. I mean, we got death in the world. Whatever happened here, whoever was juggled, the tower was pretty much God's judgment. There was so much stuff going on. The universe had to balance it out. It was so one-sided. The energy was so strong. The universe itself did it. And I think we all forget. It doesn't matter good or bad or who you praise or if you praise Huga Juga. It's the energy you give out. And whatever energy you give out, the universe just responds to it. It's good to be able to do your things in a positive way because you don't want backlash from the universe or them saying, oh, we didn't know you wanted a devil energy. We'll just go get this barracuda for you. Because whatever you put off, and let's say that you always tell everybody, I like this kind of girl or whatever, and then you go for the complete opposite all the time, the universe is just going to take it as a sign that you want that other kind of girl, and they're not being mean. It's whatever you put out there you're getting back because it goes on transmissions. It's very scientific, y'all. So be just specific on what you're going for. Like if you like blondes. You like blonde-haired girls. Blondes have more fun, I hear. That's what people say, whatever. But you're always dating brunettes. You like skinny girls, but you're always dating heavier girls. The universe is going to keep giving you dark-haired, heavier girls because you're showing the universe that you don't like skinny blonde girls. That's how it is, and you can't explain to a big ball of energy that you're doing that until you get the blonde. It's responding to a frequency. It's responding to the frequency. You want a heavier set brunette. And they're going to keep sending you heavier set brunettes. I think that's what happened here. Somebody settled and then the universe said, oh, I didn't know you wanted that. And they gave them exactly what they wanted. And oh my God, the tower again. This time it's in reverse. Right under Six of Wands. Wow. Making necessary adjustments in your relationship, leaving a fragile relationship behind, navigating layoffs, avoiding risk in your career, surviving financial difficulties. Right under the Six of Wands with I got 2 towers in a row, and I literally changed decks to pop art. This is crazy. So this person got the tower literally falling on their head, and they're wounded somewhere. Then you got the High Priestess cruising over in her limousine in the tower. She's literally making necessary adjustments, and and literally her financial stuff's going up, and the tower's making their financial go down. Wow. I mean, that's what I tell you about energy, guys. And then we have, oh, I finally got a card on this emperor. It says a chaotic and confusing love life, limited career options, missed opportunities, gaining financial clarity, being distracted from financial goals, or lacking clear financial objectives. Okay. So this emperor needs help with his managing his career options and financial clarity. So, from what I'm getting, the high priestess over here was getting taken advantage of by this energy. So the universe, but this emperor needed help, but he was useful. So the universe moved this one in the middle to move this one out to death to the wheel of fortune. I mean, yeah, death to the world. And it was done. But it benefits the emperor because he's going to make better financial choices. And the universe wanted that one removed. But she won. She's in power. All right, now we got. All right, under this, under the high priestess here, we got defeat, breakup, separation, intense sadness, grief, pain, or infidelity. Job loss. Okay, there was infidelity. So the person, what I'm getting with this defeat right here, the person this person cheated on is being defeated from these two towers. Two towers hit them. I mean, literally, they're right there. Two towers. The energy got flipped twice. So the energy, the backlash of the death spells, and following the emperor, which was like a spirit. Spirit is telling me that being around this emperor was like being around a cloud of doom. Whatever he had coming attached to you. So all these two towers attached to the one that was doing the infidelity, and nobody really cared to correct it. It was oh my God. Spirit's telling me it was a happy mistake. It was a happy consequence that everybody enjoyed. Okay. I don't lie. When I channel, y'all. This energy's angry at somebody. All right, so the person left the Empress and caused this pain is defeated. They are broken up. There's separation. There's intense sadness. There's grief, pain for this person. And this person cheated on this person. There was a job loss. There was office politics. People were talking about them at the job. So they worked together. These people worked together. It was a job affair. So at work, they're getting negative-ish. They got office politics. They're talking about them at work in a nasty way. They got breakdown from stress. They got burnout and financial loss and a failed investment. All right, so this, what it is this, we're talking dragon energy. This is not the dragon. We're talking dragon to dragon. So there's 3 dragons here, and this is like the person that's not a dragon, so nobody gives a damn about this person. So their life got flipped upside down and ruined. They pretty much lost most of their money, and they're in the 20 of swords because nobody gives a damn about this person. The dragons was at war. They got in the middle of dragon games. Like the Hunger Games. Because dragon is one of the strongest energies on the board. Honestly, because it's not war, it's not peace, it just is. It's like the ocean. Dragon energy, 1 minute can be peaceful, and the next minute could be at an entire war. So this person, just in the backlash of these 3 dragon energies, got their life destroyed. And I heard their car got towed. That's for somebody. Somebody's car got towed in this energy. They got dumped and cheated on. And they wish that they never seen or slept with this person. That is what I'm getting. Wow. That was an intense damn reading. I think we need to put some funny cards out on that. Wow. All right, well, I'm going to put this out there for y'all. Don't sleep with no one at work. I don't care how good they look. Tell them to go get another job before we can have sex. Because these are the things that happen. And depending on what kind of energy you mess over, I mean, who would have known that 3 ancient bloodlines would be right here with crazy, intense, chaotic energy? I mean, we're talking this 3 dragons fighting, 3 dragon energies, 3 people embody dragon energy fighting at the same time. It doesn't matter what cause they're fighting for. It goes around it causes a tower within itself. And then this person, this Jezebel thing that has barely any power, this is a high priestess in reverse. This is a fake divination. This is someone that says they do divination, but they got no damn divination. They have no power. They got nothing. They got no game. They got no real gift. Maybe they're a good actor. Maybe they need to work for a soap opera or something. I don't know, but all I'm saying is if you're going to just mind your own damn business, and if they would have just left the high priestess alone, they wouldn't have had 2 towers at them. That's all I'm saying. Let's pick some happy sayings from my Believe deck. Because this person has to deal with whatever consequence they have, which I'm sure is not going to be good. I'm sure they're going to have car problems. I'm sure there's going to be some dragon ancestors, because dragons come in packs, y'all. That means we're talking dragon ancestors that are clairvoyant, and and they're coming in from the other side, messing with the living at this point, because this created an entire 2 towers create a portal. A door opened from the other side, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's not a haunting in this house. All right, I'm just putting it out there. It says all you need is the plan, the roadmap, and the courage to press on to your destination. Earl Nightingale. And then the card in here says, I have all it takes to make my dreams a reality. But this says Earl Nightingale. I like poetry, guys. You have all you need. You have all it takes to make your dreams become a reality. Okay? I would get a hobby. If somebody's really cute, wants to sleep with you at work, run. Run. And if they say, why the hell are you running? Say, I listened to the Chong the dog reading about that Jezebel that got destroyed and her car got taken, and she's in the 20 of Swords right now. I'd be like, no, I pass. Because this is what happens to the Jezebel. And Jezebel could be a woman or man. It's a Jezebel spirit. So, I mean, there's really nothing you can do. But we're gonna do 3 of these, and then I'm going to watch TV, and then I gotta get up 4:30 in the morning, guys. Says a river cuts through rock, not because of its power, but because of its perseverance. James L. Watkins. I am becoming more confident and stronger each day. You are becoming more confident, stronger each day, collective. Oh, you are. You're in a learning journey. We all are. Then I got the mind is what the mind is fed. David J. Schwartz. The more I breathe deeply, the more calm I find. See? These are your suggestions. And if you're any guys near these towers, if you're the Jezebel watching this, I don't know, maybe go to church, get yourself a crystal, and start taking accountability for whatever was done and move to the future and try to get through your stumbling block, I guess. I mean, there's no winners or losers. We all learned a lesson. Did we not? I mean, don't have sex with people in the workplace. I mean, that's pretty. And I'm just not. And when I say in the workplace, I'm talking about these people were having sex in the workplace. I'm talking in the cooler, y'all. They were having sex in the cooler. Oh yes. This is probably why the whole place is talking. Y'all had sex in the cooler. Whoever I'm talking to, some of you guys had sex in the cooler. And then the wifey or the husband's calling to find out when they're coming home, and y'all having sex in the cooler with them. You got to be careful, because now you in a whole category of a 20 of swords. But the universe always balances things out. It might take a little bit, but when they do, the bite is bad. The bite is bad. All right, I don't know what's gonna go in my head today. I don't know. I hope the little fan controversy is gone. Oh, that's how my day went, collective. I hear about little fans. I get that host feel about a third triangular thing, and then talking about the little fan that's trying to get home. This is what happens to me at work, y'all. But I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm putting my table away. And I hope everybody is well. Subscribe if you like the video. If you don't, thank you for listening. Put in the comments if, I don't know, if you want to say something, why not? If you liked it or didn't like it. If you like my style or don't like my style, but if you don't or if you do, let me know, and I will see you tomorrow with God knows what download I'm going to get. Hopefully it's not a Whitney Houston song, because all this started with a Whitney Houston song and little fans. Who knows what tomorrow will bring. And I'm going to let you go. Peace out from Chong the dog.